Would you classify your style as grand millennial? What is granny chic and why are young people embracing it? Welcome to a new 3 articles on the subject of dress. Hey everyone, Jennifer here and welcome back to the Daily Connoisseur. I have a new 3 articles on the subject of dress for you today. They all revolve around the concept of grand millennial or granny chic. So make yourself a glass of iced tea, go bust out your rocking chair, and let's get into these articles. So refreshing. I'm having a blackberry mint tea. All right, before we get into these articles, today's video is brought to us by Skillshare. Skillshare is one of my favorite sponsors here on the Daily Connoisseur. I love them because it's an online learning platform. They have over 25,000 classes available on all different subjects, varying from graphic design to business to writing. Premium membership is under $10 a month. So I take Skillshare classes and I mainly take them to improve my YouTube channel. So I recently took a class called Video Editing with Final Cut Pro from Beginner to YouTuber because I taught myself how to edit and videography and all of that. I don't have any training, so I definitely have room for improvement. So I really enjoyed that class. I also have a few more classes that I'm eyeing here, such as filmmaking from home, turn found footage into a compelling video, and also the Instagram poetry, create personal visual vignettes for self-expression. We all know that I could improve my Instagram page. So the first 1,000 people who click on my link below will get 2 free months of Skillshare Premium. Thank you so much to Skillshare for sponsoring today's video. Okay, so I have my blackberry mint iced tea here, and we're going to talk about grand millennial style. Now, I had several people send me this article from House Beautiful here. And this 3 articles on dress is going to be a bit different because we're going to be talking about not only personal style, as in fashion and the clothes we wear, but also interior design style, all revolving around this grand millennial theme. So I had several people send me this article from House Beautiful. It's called The Rise of Grand Millennial Style. Devotees love wicker, chintz, and needlepoint, but don't call them stuffy. Okay, this is by Emma Bazilian. And it has a little quiz, and everybody loves a quiz. You know I love a quiz. So we're going to take the quiz together, or at least part of it. But let's see what she has to say. Somewhere in the homogenized ether that is millennial Instagram, lurking among the Monstera plants and pool floats, the Fryays and the hashtag OOTDs, the Kardashian-adjacent hairstylists and ads for detox tea, you may have noticed a markedly different kind of influencer popping up with increasing frequency. Maybe you've scrolled past an image she posted of her favorite Sister Parish room, or you saw a photo of her dining table, expertly set with block-printed napkins and fluffy white hydrangeas. Maybe you've even caught a glimpse of her sitting on the garden bench in Sag Harbor or Charleston, somehow fresh-faced despite the fact that it's 89 degrees outside and she's wearing a long-sleeve floral maxi dress. Let's call her a grand millennial. I think grand millennial is really a new traditionalist, someone who has an appreciation for the past, explains Manhattan-based interior designer Ariel Orkin, 28. It's someone who references the work of legendary designers like Billy Baldwin and Nancy Lancaster and Albert Hadley, who realizes the staying power of good, well-edited design while putting their own fresh spin on it to make it feel updated and unique. Okay, so when I read that description, ranging in age from mid-20s to late 30s, okay, I'm almost 40, but I'm still in my late 30s, grand millennials have an affinity for design trends considered by mainstream culture to be stuffy and outdated. I thought, my people, yes, this is me. Those are all the criticisms that I get from people. So I really felt that I found my style center. I don't know, although I don't really like the term granny chic, but anyway. Let's have a look at the quiz here, because I'm sure that this is resonating with a lot of you as well. And of course, you could be any age. You don't have to be in that age bracket. This is really about style. And like she said, it's about being a new traditionalist, a modern take on tradition, which is what I like to view it as. So let's have a look at this quiz so you could figure out if you are a grand millennial or not. Okay, you'd rather share your favorite quote on A, Instagram, or B, a needlepoint pillow. I wasn't sure about this because I don't do needlepoint, although I would love to one day, but I do hate Instagram. So I think I'm going to say a needlepoint pillow. You can't wait to see the latest remake of A, Charlie's Angels, or B, Little Women. B, Little Women, of course. Scallops are A, a type of shellfish, or B, the finishing edge on your sheets and towels and curtains. Well, I have to say shellfish. I don't really have too many scallops, and I do love scallops to eat. Your packing list for warm weather vacation includes your teeniest tiny bikinis, or B, the biggest, roomiest caftans. Well, you know which one I'm going to choose. You'd rather cruise around on a 200-foot super yacht or a Hinckley picnic boat. I'd choose a picnic boat. Matching wallpaper and window treatments are a total design no-no or totally classic. Totally classic. When you hear the name Dorothy, you think The Wizard of Oz or Draper, naturally. I actually think The Wizard of Oz. Okay, I'm not going to do the whole quiz for you. I will allow you to do that yourself, but I thought the last question was also very funny. Cloth napkins are for A, special occasion only, or B, everyday use. And then, of course, I think everyday use. And then the last question, blue and white porcelain is B, literally everything. So, just in case you were wondering, I am 100% totally a grand millennial. I am so granny chic. I love the blue and white. I love the cloth napkins and the needlepoint and Little Women and all of that stuff. So how did you do on the quiz, and what did the quiz reveal about you? Let us know. All right, let's look at the next article, and it comes to us from Better Homes and Gardens that says, what is Grandmillennial Style? The new design trend is an ode to old school. It says, grab your grandmother's china and some floral wallpaper. This throwback aesthetic offers pure nostalgia, by Jessica Bennett. She says, trends are cyclical, and even fads you never thought you'd see again, read fanny packs, often resurface decades later. One design aesthetic you probably didn't expect to come back in style, your grandmother's living room. This twist on traditional, originally dubbed Grandmillennial Style by House Beautiful, is the antidote to the mid-century modern interiors and minimalist all-white spaces that have dominated our Instagram feeds for years now. Each generation rebels against the one previous, so the millennials who are now furnishing homes are rebelling against their parents and their style, says interior designer Kevin Isbell. Raised during the mass market furniture explosion, they are rebelling against the monochromatic catalog looks that they were raised with and are looking to earlier generations for inspiration. With big doses of pattern and texture, the granny chic look reflects 20 and 30-somethings' desire for a space that shows off their individuality. This generation isn't afraid to mix in brown wood furniture or their grandmother's china to add personality and uniqueness to their homes and their Instagram feed, Isbell says. But those aren't exactly the stuffy, formal rooms you might remember from childhood. This updated take on traditional style adopts old-school design trends. Think skirted tables, patterned upholstery, floral wallpaper, and richly stained wood furniture with a fresh spin for the 21st century. Okay, listen to this. Pattern is paramount in Grandmillennial designs with classic prints like toile. Just laughing. Did you see my master bathroom makeover where we wallpapered our bedroom in toile? This is so funny. Okay, toile, chintz, and plaid featuring heavily on curtains, upholstery, and wall coverings. All right, so now we're going to move to talk of our interiors and how we dress our homes to how we dress ourselves. Let's look at this article from Today. This one is by Julie Pennell, and she says, what is Grandmillennial Style? Why young people are embracing granny chic. The Grandmillennial Style sees young adults embracing the granny chic look of their mothers and grandmothers. What's old is definitely new again. The latest fashion trend for millennials is combing through their mothers' and grandmothers' closets for style inspiration. The popular look is called granny chic or Grandmillennial Style, and it involves donning vintage style pieces like crochet sweaters and eyeglass chains. Millennials are saying goodbye to minimalism and looking to express their personal style with unique standout pieces, so it only makes sense that granny chic accessories, which are filled with character and charm, are on the rise. Etsy trend expert Dana Isom-Johnson told Today's Style. The e-commerce site has reported an uptick in searches for these kinds of styles, especially for heirloom-inspired jewelry. In the last 6 months, they've seen searches increase for things like women's brooches, 48%, glasses chains, 39%, and vintage clip earrings, 19%, and lockets, 14%, according to the company. Now, it's important to note that today I wore my brooch, my one and only brooch, in honor of this video. So this is that beautiful sky brooch with the pearls and the 18 karat spun gold. And the way I got it to sit up, because I was having trouble with that, I would pin it to go up like this, and then it would fall, it would kind of go to the side. So I actually pinned it into my bra strap, and that is kept it up. And I feel very elegant and chic. I love this brooch. So I think brooches are coming back in style. This is also one of the elegant things I own but hardly ever use. So it's interesting that women are searching for that and looking for that. Now, my own grandmother wore, well, certainly she wore glasses chains, not chic ones, just regular ones, but she wore vintage clip earrings every day because she did not have her ears pierced. So I actually still have a whole basket of her jewelry, her vintage jewelry, and she would just wear really bold earrings all the time, and they were all clip-ons. So that gives me good memories. The article goes on, in addition to search increases on Etsy, I've also been seeing the grand millennial trend taking over everywhere, from designer runway shows to street style, Isom-Johnson said. Sammy Davis, 33, has long been a fan of the style. Being a classic millennial myself, I've witnessed firsthand how vintage style in general has gone from bleh to beautiful since I started wearing vintage pieces and dressing a bit like Grease in high school, she said. It's a desire to live a slower, more mindful, more modest life, Davis explained. Every grand millennial takes to this trend differently, she continued, but across the board, millennials are tossing their skinny jeans and leggings for a ladylike look, choosing modest styles, vintage-inspired pieces, and desiring a more conscious wardrobe that impacts the environment less. Well, I think you know where I stand on this issue. I love all of it, and who knew that I was granny chic? I'm sure a lot of you already knew that. I mean, I knew it too. I don't think of it as an insult. I think that it's great. I think it's really good to question popular culture. It's just like that Mark Twain quote that I discussed in my Great Quotes video. Whenever you find yourself on the side of the majority, it is time to pause and reflect. So if you are a woman watching this, whether you are a millennial or not, and you just find yourself not fitting in with that skinny jeans, leggings every day kind of culture, and you are a minimalist in some areas, but not in interior design, for example, that's okay. If you find yourself on the side of the majority, but it feels wrong, it's time to pause and reflect. So you could be granny chic, and you should embrace that. You could wear floral maxi dresses and put wallpaper on your walls and enjoy wearing brooches and being really feminine and enjoying all of that type of thing, doing handiwork such as crocheting and needlepoint. And as you can see, it's being finally embraced as an acceptable way to be. That's really great because there are so many ways to be, and we don't all have to be the same way. We don't all have to be, you know, in those body conscious dresses with the platform high heels and all of that. That was really trendy in the 90s. So I really enjoyed these 3 articles on the subject of dressing our homes and dressing ourselves, and I hope that you did too. I would love to know, are you a grand millennial? Do you embrace granny chic fashion? Let us know in the comment section down below. Thank you so much to Skillshare for sponsoring today's video. Don't forget to click on the link below, and you could get 2 free months of Skillshare Premium. That's for the first 1,000 people who click. Thank you for joining me today on The Daily Connoisseur, and I will see you next time.